This is the Cryptoprophet. Click on that subscribe button to enable you get notified anytime video contents like this are being dropped. And let's not waste much time. Let's jump in straight into the charts. Well, I just want to share this charts with you all. I want to give you my honest opinion about the current state of the crypto market and the current state of the stock exchange market as well. Remember that I've always given you updates in regards to the movement of Bitcoin and in regards to the movement of the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq as well, including the near composites and the chart of Bitcoin as well. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. So now guys, I just want you to note something here. I have drawn this pattern for you all to have a look at it. Now take a look at this pattern. Now we see here that the S&P 500 seems to be facing a strong area of resistance. Okay, now this was way back in the year 2014. You can see this blue trend line that I drew. The S&P 500 faced a strong resistance on this blue line. It also faced the same resistance on this blue line in the year 2018. It faced another strong resistance here in the year 2018. The same thing happened here in the year 2019 and it came crashing down. The same thing happened here. It came down here as well. It came down. And right now, you can see that when it broke this line, it came down straight. And right now, we seem to be battling with this same trend line here. Okay. And if you take a look at the S&P 500, you would see that it has formed a red candlestick, okay, in this particular zone. And if you take a look at the RSI, the stochastic RSI seems to be at its extreme, okay. It seems to be at its extreme, and it's also forming a bearish divergence because the price is going down but the indicator is flat. Now guys, this is what I want to tell you all. You see, when you're trading, you can't fake it. Trading isn't about guesswork. Okay, you need to be well experienced for you to be able to look at the charts and to actually decipher the next direction of the markets. A whole lot of persons that claim to be traders that you see flaunting wealth on the social media, telling you that they are traders and all that. Now, most of them are not actually traders. If you investigate, they are doing something else, but using trading to cover up. A real trader knows what it means to sleep on the charts. A real trader knows what it is to have sleepless nights, heading and looking for the next direction of the market. This is what real trading is all about. Okay, it's not about noise making. There are a whole lot of technicalities to put in place before making a statement. And if you check, a whole lot of them that claim to be crypto traders, claim to be forex traders, you would hardly see them come out to give analysis about the markets. Rather, what you would hear them tell you is that, oh, we are giving so and so to so and so place, we are doing this, we are doing that. You can never see them come out and give you a specific analysis in regards to the markets. So in essence, what am I trying to say? We take notes of most of these clues and most of these patterns that may not be easily detected. Okay, and a very good example of such is this, guys. This is a bearish divergence. Okay, and if you draw this right now and you see here, look at that. Okay, and the same thing here, you see that the RSI has reached a certain point. You see this white line here, you see that anytime it touches here, there's a resistance and it drops. You see here, it touched here, it dropped this red candlestick, same thing again, and then you see it finally formed this bearish divergence again, Take a look at this, guys. These are not things that you can deny, okay? This was a bearish divergence. Look at it. And look at it here as well. You see, this was a bearish divergence. Price going up, indicator going down. And what did you expect? Boom, crash. Okay, so these are things that you cannot deny. You need to be experienced to be able to detect these patterns. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, I just want to share this with you on Bitcoin so that you all can see and understand what I expect to play out. Okay, and what I'm about sharing with you, I have not seen anybody talk about this, but I am going to show you now. For the Bitcoin charts, you can see that Bitcoin is still facing a very strong area of resistance in this line. Okay, you can see it's still inside here, and we also have a strong resistance with this white line as well. Now, if you check, I want you guys to take note of something. Now, you see this line, this purple line, and this orange line. You can see that the purple line and the orange line have touched each other. Okay, and this is it. They've touched each other at this point on this candlestick. And now I want to point something out to you. The last time they touched each other, Bitcoin had a dump. Okay, the purple line crossed the orange line, Bitcoin had a dump. Okay, now the orange line, the purple line has crossed the orange line to the upside. The last time the purple line crossed the orange line to the downside, Bitcoin had a dump. Now and again, the purple line has crossed the orange line to the upside. And I'm still expecting Bitcoin to react and have a dump. Let me explain why. Now, take a look at this, guys. Let me take you back to history, okay? The last time that the purple line crossed the orange line to the upside, what happened? Bitcoin had a dump. Bitcoin had a dump of close to, let's check, close to 72%, 72 to 73%. And now, if you take a look at the stochastic RSI here, you would see that it was also at its extreme. Take a look at what's happening right now. The stochastic RSI is still at its extreme. Okay, so what are you expecting? You know, guys, I've always been of the opinion that this particular rally that you saw here is a bull trap. This is a bull trap, guys. This is a bull trap. You know, so until Bitcoin succeeds, because there's so much of resistance up here, until Bitcoin succeeds to beat all these resistance points, this is when I'm going to be bullish about Bitcoin. But for now, whatever you see is a bull trap. And I must tell you this, guys, there is no experienced trader that would take a look at these charts and actually jump in like that, because certain parameters are not in place. I would liken this to one who is suffering from obesity, okay? One who is suffering from obesity. Now, despite the size of the person, despite you seeing the person, you know, looking very big and all, if such a person should go for medical checkup, the doctor would tell the person that, come, you're not healthy. You know, despite your big body, despite you looking fat, even though you're looking fat, that's not an indication that you're healthy. So that's exactly what is happening to Bitcoin. Okay, so for Bitcoin to actually be termed healthy and fit, it needs to overcome certain, you know, barriers. It needs to exhibit certain attributes. Anything outside that still makes it unhealthy. And right now, trading this kind of markets, you need to actually be guided. You need to be guided. You need to follow a professional. And I also want to say this: we don't trade the opposites. No. This is where the technicality comes in. If Bitcoin is pumping, and you're trading against it, you're going to get your fingers burnt. If Bitcoin is pumping, you need to trade in accordance with the pump. But now here is where the technicality comes in. You need to know if that is a real pump or a fake pump. Because if it is pumping and you check and you observe that it is a fake pump, then you trade against the pump. But now if it is dumping and you observe that it is a fake dump, then you trade against the dump. But if it is dumping and you observe that it is a real dump, please do not trade against it. Trade in line with the dump. If it is pumping and you notice that it is a real pump, do not get carried away to trade against that pump. Trade in accordance with the pump. So now in the bull run is a real pump. So we trade in accordance with the direction of the market in the bull run, which is to the upside. But now I must tell you this, you also need to be skilled, because even in the bull run, a whole lot of people still lose money because there are a whole lot of coins that spring out. So today it's gather today, lose tomorrow, gather today, lose tomorrow. You still need professional advice. Even though you hear me talking about the bull run is still going to come. A whole lot of people will still lose money. And even if you're going to make money, if you're not experienced, it will just be trial by error. You know, today you gather, tomorrow you lose. It will just be gamble. That is why you need a mentor. You can't deny that fact. Undeniable. For you to prosper, for you to succeed in this journey, you need a mentor. That's just the truth. Okay, so for you to excel, so long as trading is concerned, you need to be guided. I hope you understand that this trading that you see has been in existence since the 1920s. The stock exchange market has been there since the 1930s, 1940s, till now. We are in 2023. The market is still available, and still yet, no one has been able to crack the market successfully. The codes of the market. So this is not something that you would say, oh, in the years to come, the knowledge will be available everywhere. It's not possible because the market has no specific direction. So when you see anywhere that you get proper analysis that at least 95% of it plays out, you should be very, very grateful and appreciative, because it's a rare privilege. And this is one of the attributes of this channel. My analysis hardly fails. You would watch them come to pass. I'm sharing with you certain points and facts that you will not come across easily. And one of it, I've just given you a clue. So let's watch out and see what's going to play out, guys. So right now, let's take a look at the DXY, the Dixie. Alright guys, so if you take a look at the DXY, I'm just going to point something out to you. Stochastic RSI at its base. Now you see this white line here, guys. It's coming out from this Gaussian channel. Okay. And if you also observe this blue line, observe this formation. The purple line is on top of the blue line. The blue line is on top of the orange line. The white line is coming out of the Gaussian channel. And the price has dumped below the orange line. Now let's check and go back to history. Let's check when this actually happened. Take a look at this, guys. The white line has come out, and what happened? We see that the purple line on top of the blue line on top of orange. And then what happened, guys? The price has dumped below the orange line. And if you check here, the price has dumped below the orange line. So what are you expecting? When the price dumps below the orange line, the DXY surges. Liquidity is withdrawn out of the market and it flows into the DXY. And right now, you see here that the price has dumped below the orange line, and there is a high possibility that the DXY is going to pick up. Because if you check the DXY, if you check the DXY, let's take a look at the 12-day charts. You would see that the DXY is actually sitting on a strong area of supports. There was support here, there was support here, there was support here, and now we have support here. Okay, this candlestick has dumped to this particular area of support. Now, if it cannot hold, I'm looking at the DXY coming down to this area, which is 100, and already it has gone down. I'm looking at it touching this 100 mark, and if it touches this 100 price, this 100 region, I am going to buy the dollar. Even as of now, I will still buy the dollar and hold. Okay, if it dumps further, then I'm looking at it coming down to $98 thereabouts. Okay, 97, $98 thereabouts. Okay, but I would begin buying the DXY from this position. Now, if we would experience a decline, then I'm looking at this particular area of support as the next target for the dollar. So now let's take a look at the VIX. Now, these are actually charts that you do not joke with, guys. Now, if you take a look at the VIX, look at this. The VIX is forming a bullish divergence, okay? It's forming a bullish divergence. You can see here that already it's becoming bullish. It picked up, and you can see here the stochastic RSI is already having a cross. Let's take a look at the 1 month charts for the VIX and see. Now, if you take a look at the 1 month charts for the VIX, you can see that this white line here has come down, okay? And the last time that this white line came down here, what happened to the VIX? You saw that the VIX had a huge spike. Look at this, guys. It had a huge spike to the upside and even touched the extreme end of the Gaussian channel. Okay, and this is bad news for the S&P 500. Now, if you take a look at this same area here, it has had a cross in the downside. It has formed a bullish divergence. Look at this, price is going down, indicators is rising up. So guys, these are clues to actually show you that the market is preparing for a decline. The market is stopping. Okay, BTC is stopping. I do not know how many persons are seeing this, but I, the Crypto Prophet, am announcing this to you that the market is stopping, okay? And Bitcoin has a long way to go. Now, I must say this, even if you see a spike to the upside, like I told you earlier, I said even if you see a spike from Bitcoin, it still has a very strong area of resistance along these areas. You see these lines I drew, this straight lines I drew here, these are areas of resistance. So in my own opinion, even if you see Bitcoin pump to $32,000, the market is giving you an opportunity, okay, to simply come out of it. But unfortunately, some persons are still going to get stuck in, they will get sucked in and end up getting their fingers burnt. For me, when I see BTC cross into 31,500, I would long it to 31,800 to 32,000 and exit out, okay? But for you to trade with longs, you need to be very careful. You need to follow the advice of a professional. This is why I would encourage you, join my premium group and you would get access to first class information that you're not going to find anywhere else, and that is surely going to come to pass. Okay, I am the Crypto Prophet. I trade with the future, not with the present. So, a whole lot of persons are really going to make money from this. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, the market's bottom is here. The market's bottom is here. Okay, there is time for everything. Even though the market is slow, but we would make millionaires out of it when it is time. And now is the time, guys. Now is the time. Market bottom is a time where you invest, you trade tokens, you buy coins and hold, and you're privileged to get the information. I have released the information that the market bottom begins from the month of July, and I said it plainly. I gave you the time frame that it starts from. This is information you can't find anywhere else. And right now, I'm going to lead a whole lot of people into the second phase of the bull run. So in essence and in final conclusion, and if I would give my honest opinion about the crypto market, I see BTC getting set for a decline. And the target that I'm looking at is $25,000. If it breaks through, then we are heading to $22,000 to $20,000. And if it cannot hold that area of support, then we are heading down to $15,000. And if we break $15,000, we are heading to $14,000, guys. And I'm looking at this particular target, but if we break down, then we are heading to $10,000. But in general, I see the market having a decline. Okay, for the month of July, BTC is topping. The month of August, you would see it come down. The late parts of July, you would see the market begin declining. So whatever pump you see right now is just a top out. And I keep on saying this. It takes one who is experienced to be this bold to tell you this. And I know that when this plays out, look at Bitcoin right now. It's at $30,581. When you see Bitcoin come down, you would remember that I've announced it. And this is why you see Bitcoin still dumping. Okay, the last time it pumped from all the way from $16,000, it pumped all the way to $25,000, and then from $25,000 it had a decline down to $19,000. Now this is not meant to happen in a strong bull run. So this is why I laugh when I hear people say we're in the bull run. Even if you see Bitcoin pump to $40,000, we are not still yet in a real bull run. It has not yet been confirmed, because whatever you're seeing here is just hype. And right now you saw that it pumped all the way to $31,400, and you still saw it decline back to $24,000. These are all signs, guys, because if truly we were in a bull run, you should not be seeing it going up, coming down, going up, coming down. And right now it's at $30,000. And I'm telling you that it's going to come down. It takes one who is experienced and a whole lot of guts to say that boldly. I'm telling you this. And I'm going to use this information to lead people into the bull run. You can't just copy. If you don't know it, you don't know it, guys. And you can't fake it. You can't copy it. You would still need guidance to know the coins to buy. You would still need guidance. It's just like now in the bull run. Yes, coins are going to pump. But which coin would perform better than the other one? This is where you need guidance to know. So the same thing pertains to the decline of the markets. Lots of altcoins are going to go down, but which altcoin would favor you more than the other? This is where you need a professional to tell you. And I'm the Crypto Prophet. I'm here to give such counsel. So follow me, guys. Subscribe to my channel. Join my premium channel, and you would get access to first class information. I do not copy from anybody, rather people copy from me. I've given you clues about the markets, and I have told you my honest opinion. So in conclusion, even if you see a pump, what's simply happening, the 2 months charts is also fighting BTC, and the 2 months chart just began. So the 2 months chart is still strong a bit. So the pump, if you should see any pump, it is simply the 2 months chart aligning itself to begin getting weak in order for it to start bringing down BTC. So I believe that at the end of the day, the price of Bitcoin would still go down, guys. So thank you everyone for your time. I remain the Crypto Prophet. Click on that link to get notified anytime I drop contents like this. And I wish you all a very happy trading. Thank you all. God bless you from the Crypto Prophets.